everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. Um, I hope everyone can hear me. Sorry. Hello. Happy Friday. Happy Friday again. And once again, thank you for tuning in to the Change After 40 podcast. I am your host, I'm Misha Graham. And today's topic, we're going to talk about, this pertains to self care. Um, we're going to talk about stop letting things weigh you down. I'm going to go over some tips and then in the description box you will see the tips that I have in the description box that will help you. You could go back and look at those things later. I'm just trying to get this. Sorry, haven't done this in a while, so I don't know why it's not coming out, but okay. So, like I was saying, today's topic is stop letting things weigh you down. Um, this month is May, and it's Mental Health Month, and I just think self care is very important during this time that is Mental Health Month. And self care is very important all the way around, all year round. It's not a one day thing that you should celebrate or do. Um, and I want to talk about my self care sip and chat that I will be having on Sunday. This Sunday, it's virtual. It's through Zoom. You could go to Eventbrite to register to get the link for the event on Sunday. So, and also with that, I will be giving everyone that's registered for the self care event on Sunday will get a self care workbook. A free self care workbook. It's just a sample book of a project that I'm doing. Later in the summer, I will officially launch my self care journal book along with the workbook. So be on the lookout for that. But we're going to go ahead and talk about today's topic. Um, Stop letting things weigh you down. Sometimes we allow our past and things that we didn't, past our past relationships, past anything to weigh us down, or just certain things that really is not we're not benefiting from weigh us down. Um, we have to learn to let it go. You know, I'm talking to myself too, and when it comes to stop allowing others' opinions affect you. Sometimes we get so caught up on what people think of us, or people um, have their own opinion of us or how we should do things, and that could affect people in so many ways. And I think it's so hard for some people to not worry about what others' opinion or how they feel about you. As long as you know what you're trying to do and what your goal is to do, that's all that matters. What someone else thinks of you or how they portray you, it doesn't, it shouldn't affect you. And I know it's a learning process. It's not something that you just automatically do, get rid of, but it's just we have to let it go, so we can move forward. Your fears, I have, that's one of my biggest things, like my fears, like my fear is, and it may sound crazy to others, but it's just my fear. I can see when you see your things that you've been dreaming of or your goals just all of a sudden just start to unravel and just open up for you. It could get a little scary. And then you're like, okay, am I really ready for this? That's why I guess that's no, it's not guess, but that's why they say be very mindful what you ask for and what you pray for, because when you get it, you have to be ready for it, and you have to be ready for everything and anything else that it comes with. It comes with growth. It comes with losing friends. It comes with different relationships, changing. Um, it comes with a lot of things. Self doubt. I'm big on that too. Self doubt. Just try to release that. Try to find other things that can get you to where you don't have self doubt. You know, that's self doubt will cause you to miss out on so many opportunities, so many things, because you're just doubting yourself that you're not capable or you're not ready for the necessary growth or the necessary changes that's coming along. So, yeah, self doubt, procrastination, waiting to the last minute, thinking that you have a lot of time to do X, Y, and Z. Um, like you have to do a live or something. Start preparing yourself so when you do that live or you do whatever the project it is, you'll be ready. You'll be energetic and you're going. I know when I first started doing lives, and I don't do lives much. A lot of my podcast is mainly audio, but when I do live, I used to wait till the last minute because I was so nervous. I was just like, okay, and then I was putting that self doubt, like oh, I'm gonna mess up. I'm not gonna pronounce certain words correctly, and it's just like, okay, I didn't pronounce it correctly. I'll learn to pronounce it the correct way later. I just it comes with self growth. Just don't wait till the last minute to do things, because then it feels like you're rushing, and then that's when you get overwhelmed. That's when you feel like, oh, the whole world is on your shoulder, but it's just you because you waited to the last minute to do these things. So, yes, procrastination. Bad habits. Get rid of the bad habits. It's a learning process with me as well. I'm going through the when I come to you guys with tips and things, it's things that I'm going through too. I'm changing within myself too, so that's why I'm able to share these things. I'm not just sharing things because it sounds good, but no, I'm doing these things as well. So I feel like, okay, let me share these things with other people that can help them get to the next level or get to wherever they need to be. So bad habits, you know, let's cut them out. Let's eliminate them. Let's try not to do it. Um, Write things down, make schedule things, um, not put too much on yourself, ask for help when you need help. Um, just let get rid of the bad habits. I know it's like, like how could you say get rid of the bad habits? It's just like, okay, bad habits is just like anything else. It's a change. We gotta change. We gotta change our mind of how we think of things, how we do things. We have to change the way we eat. I want to eat better, and that's a bad habit because it's so convenient to eat um, not so healthy. You could just run and get something, but no, there goes where procrastination. Like, I know I want to eat better. I want to do things better. Okay, the night before, pack my lunch, meal prep, do things that can help me in advance. Um, Failed friendships and relationships. Okay, there was they past relationships that didn't happen, friendships that didn't happen. We have to learn to let those things go. Um, it's a reason why they're, and I had a real problem with that, because I feel like if I'm friends with you, we become real close, like we're family. But I have to understand, like, some things come to with the expiration date. Have to let it go and just continue to pray and ask God to give them, grant them what they hearts desire. You don't wish anyone bad or anything. It's just that you outgrew each other. And if you still with the same friends and you're still doing the same things, still talking about the same things that you've been talking about for over a decade, I'm not even going to say 2 to 3 years. No, if you've been friends with someone and you've been talking about the same goals and the same aspirations for a whole decade, and nobody within the friendship has gone on with their goals or try to do things differently, it's time for that friendship to, take a seat in the back burner, or because you got to get with people that's going to motivate you, that's going to push you to get to the next level. Yeah, it becomes scary. Yes, fear comes in. Yes, procrastination comes in. Yes, bad habits comes in, but you have to get with people that's going to push you, motivate you. And not to say that you're only doing things because someone is pushing you, but they see that you want these things, so they're just going to motivate you to get there. It's you that's going to get those things and get to where you want, because you know how bad you want it. You know, like I sometimes I want certain things, and I know what I need to do to get certain things. So I have to stop with the bad habits. I have to stop with the fear, allowing fear to take over, to make me feel like I'm not worth what God has for me for the next level in my life, for me and my family. I just have to work through those things and just ask Him to take those fears away from me. Um, Past relationships. You dated someone in the past and it didn't work out. It didn't work out for a reason. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts, but it didn't work out for a reason. And I think sometimes we hold on to the past for comfort, to get us to the next level, but sometimes it's not getting us to the next level. It's holding us from getting to the next level, because we want to hold on to things, thinking that comfort. When somebody said this to me, when you're so comfortable to where you can't grow, you're not really growing because you're comfortable. So when you get uncomfortable with things, that's when you see the growth, because you're okay. This is making me real uncomfortable. Like, I know I need to do something. So you're growing. So your mind is like going to the next level. You want things to change. You want um those things to just no longer be in your life. And it's scary when you see, you look at the old you sometimes, and then you look at the new you. Like me, like for me to be on a podcast, be talking on a live, like I could have never I always wanted those things, but I allow my fear to take on, and it took on my mind, like, it played on my mindset, like, okay, yeah, you really can't do that, like, and I'm self-doubting myself. And then I self-doubt you we self-doubt ourselves out of opportunities that can actually change our whole entire life. You think you can't do something because in the past you couldn't do those things, because you had things that was hindering you, that was keeping you in bondage to where you could not grow. So we have to stop allowing things to weigh us down. We weigh ourselves down. We allow things to weigh us down. And, self-care really plays a big part of mental health to me, because um, I used to get so overwhelmed with things. I wouldn't ask for help. I thought I can do everything by myself. Um, I was always so happy for other people when they grow and things happen for them. But then I always would self doubt myself, or made me feel like I couldn't have those things or I couldn't do those things until I had to, like, you know what, I need to take a step back. I need to remove myself from certain people. And it has nothing to do with that someone did anything. It's just that I needed to see my self worth so I can move forward. So, and it's not fair to, especially when you have kids, you have a spouse or loved ones. It's not fair to them to see you in such a dark place or a hurt place to where they know your potentials and they keep motivating you and getting you to do things that you know you can't do. And then you feel like until I got out of my own way and allow God to help me and ask God for the directions, I saw a lot of growth within me. You know, things come to me, things that I thought I could never do, or just come in and just open it. And then sometimes I allow my fear to just take over. Take a step back because it's like, okay, whoa, like, you know, these things are really happening for me. And I just think we as people, we put so much on ourselves and we think that we can just carry everything, but we actually, you need a team. Like, you know, when people eventually start a business, you can't start a business all by yourself. Eventually, you may can start, yeah, you can start it by yourself, but you're going to have someone that's professionally or someone that knows how to do bookkeeping to keep the books, make sure your taxes is being paid. You're going to need someone that's, if you're not a clerical person that knows how to do clerical work, you need someone to paperwork. So you need a team of people to do these things. So it's like when you're growing and going to the next level, you need a team of people. You need that friend that you know that, hey, I'm a little, you know, worried today or whatever. I need your support. I need you to help me. I need you to pray me through. I need you to just keep me lifted in prayer today. You know, it's not that you're not laying all your troubles on that person, but you're asking that person to help you get through. Or you know that you need that friend that can help you multitask, do a sample outline of budgeting. Like I have reached out to my friends that's CPA or accounting, and they say, hey, you know what? I'm really bad with my money right now. I need you to send me a budget sheet to get me through to so I can see where my money is going. Um, you know, you just got to build your team to how it's going to fit for you. You have a spouse that wants to be helpful, but we as women sometimes we feel like we can just take on everything because we, you know, your mom, you saw your mom being super mom, you saw your grandmother, you saw your aunts, everybody, all the women in your family being this superpower woman, but actually you cannot take on all of that because it's just wearing you down mentally, physically, emotionally, everything. So therefore, I'm saying build your team to fit you how you need it to be. If you know you need your spouse to cook or prepare meals 2 or 3 times a week, it may not be as to your tasting, it may not be what you want, but guess what? Those 2 or 3 times a week, it eliminates the stress from you. And I had to learn that. I had to learn to allow my husband to help. It may not be how I would do things or how I would want it, but guess what? It helps to for me to be so frustrated and so aggravated with things. um I love my accountability sisters. Like they help me, each and everyone helps me in a different way. And we're that like that with all with each other, you know. So and then we can't allow our past failures to weigh us down. You know, we may have started a business years ago, and it may not have not went that well. But guess what? You know what to do now. You know what not to do. You know how to go about doing things. So you cannot allow those past failures with that business weigh you down. You know, you went to school before. You may have failed all your classes before, but guess what? You may be in your 40s, so now you're a little bit more wise. Now you're spending your own money to go to school. So guess what? You're going to do things totally different. So you're not going to allow those past failures or those past grades keep you from going to the next level. So, um, this topic today, I know it's quick, but I really wanted to just share these tips with you guys. I'm not a licensed therapist, I'm not a life coach. I'm just speaking from life experience within myself and from others. So I'm going to go over a little bit real quick so you can jot them down. And actually, they actually should be in the description box once this live is over. I believe you can see it once the live is over. Um, stop letting your stop letting things weigh you down. And the first one is stop allowing others' opinions to affect you. Um, don't allow your fears to take over to where you just stuck. Self doubt. No more self doubt. As of today, I don't know what time it is. If it's 10, 15, to whatever the day is, no more self doubt. Procrastination. Procrastination will make you miss out on an opportunity that you would never be able to get again. And I'm speaking to myself too, so I'm not just speaking to you, I'm speaking to myself too when I say these things. Bad habits. We have to stop with the bad habits. We're in 2022. It should be no more bad habits. It should be no more nothing keeping us to get into the. It's so much knowledge, and like how Facebook have all these different groups um, that can help you, that can get you to sometimes we got to get out of our own just little immediate circle and close net of people that so-called support us, that we think that support us but actually don't support us. We have to get out of that. We have to connect with other people that can really bring out the best in us. But it takes you to bring out the best in you too. um, Bad habits, failed relationships, failed friendships, and past failures. And I was reading something. I don't know if I was reading it or I was talking to someone where they was talking about how we have to go through a change, and sometimes we may have to go back to those um, past relationships or past friendships, because sometimes we have to go backwards to go forward. So you may not be friends with that person, or you may not be close as you guys were before, like how you were before now, because right now you're in a season where you don't need each other. Not to say that you will never need each other. Sometimes you have to go back to the old to allow the new to come in. Sometimes we have to go back and unlock those old doors and those old wounds to actually clear out things for the new to begin. So I just wanted to leave that with you guys. And we have to do better. We have to want better. We have to take care of self at the end of the day, because if we're not taking care of ourselves, we're taking care of everybody else. It's just useless, because we're wearing ourselves down. We're putting so much on ourselves that we don't have to. Build your team to fit you and your life how you need it to be, you know? Create the team that you need. And I want to welcome everyone to my self care Sunday. sip and chat this Sunday at 5. It's a 30-minute session where we're going to go over the basic self care tips. Once again, I'm not a licensed therapist, I'm not a life coach. I'm speaking from real life experiences. You could go on to Eventbrite to register to get your ticket. It's a virtual event, is through Zoom. Once you register and sign up, you'll get all the information. It's only 30 minutes and it's a sip and chat. Bring whatever you want, beverage that you want. We're just going to have conversation regarding self care, and that link will be in the description box also. And you can go onto my Facebook page, Instagram, and find me with the Change After 40 podcast or Self Care Sunday on Facebook. And then if it's Instagram, it is Self Care Sundays. Um, every Friday we have um, new podcast that's uploaded every Friday, or I may do a live on Friday pertaining to the podcast. And I just want to thank everyone for supporting me and following me. Share this YouTube, share this live with someone that you think that can share, get some good information from it. I just want to share my experience of what my journey that helped me to grow and get, go along. I'm still growing every day, Like I said before in the earlier part of the this live, I allow my fear to come back and take over sometimes, But I have to dust myself off, keep going. I have to call my team of people and say, hey, going back into some old ways that I don't want to, and it's just growth. That's growth within itself. When you can identify that you're going backwards, that's a lot of growth, and then you can fix it to get back on track. So I just want to leave those tips with you, and once again, you can find those tips in the description box, or you can go to my Facebook page, Instagram page, and you will find today's episode information on those platforms. And once again, thank you for tuning in to the Change After 40 podcast. I hope this was a good, informational podcast and live. Give me some feedback. You can email me, tell me what you thought about it or what I could change or topics that you would like to hear. The email address is the change after 40 podcast.com at gmail.com. Once again, the change after 40 podcast.com at gmail.com. Once again, I am Amisha, your host from the Change After 40 podcast, and thank you. Have a blessed day, blessed weekend, and once again, I hope I will see you on Sunday with the self care sip and chat. Thank you. Bye bye.